Hello, everyone, and welcome to the fourth day of the Permit launch week. I'm sorry for the short delay here. It took some time until we started. We have some technical issues, but we'll now get over it. We'll not be streaming on LinkedIn today due to those technical issues, but we are in Twitter and YouTube. So whatever you're watching us, as every day we will do the raffle after like 30 minutes of the live stream. So 25 minutes from now, we'll do the keyboard raffle. So stay with us. It's important to mention again that if you want to join the raffle, you need to join us to register in the Luma event of the launch week day. So you can just find it in the Luma calendar of Permit. I'm putting now the link to the event of today so you can see that in the screen. Let me just share it. You have the QR code on the top of the screen, and I'll also share one in the bottom of the screen. So you see here the Luma event, and I'm also sharing here the day 4 event. So you can see the links and you can join there. So be part of the raffle. And with that say, I'm super happy to start with our stream of today. Today we are going to talk about integrations, and in more particular, intelligent integrations. If you're familiar with developer tools, the main thing that you probably want to do is integrate with other systems. That could be, in case of authorization, it could be more traditionally the authentication system you have, the database where you store data that is relevant for your authorization decision. But today I'm happy to share with you, we are going to announce a very exciting integration. And with me, as a surprise, I bring Gabriel Almeida, a co-founder and CTO of LangFlow. Gabriel, you want to tell us a couple of words about LangFlow?
Hey, Gabriel, thanks for inviting me here. Langflow is an open source project that was created last year by me and Rodrigo and helps you uh, create and put into production uh, the generative AI applications really easily in a low code environment, but doesn't take the power from the developer, right? You can change code, you can build your own library of components using it.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that make me exciting about LangFlow is the way that is enable developers to create enterprise-grade LLM applications. If you just want to build some LLM application, you have some enterprise requirement, and using LangFlow and the chain of the component that you can use with LangFlow can prepare your LLM application to be enterprise ready. And today I'm proud to announce the permit integration with LangFlow that is allowing you to create a permissions enabled LLM applications. With these permissions enabled LLM applications, you can actually create applications that consider the permissions when you are actually working with them. I'll start with an example from the real life. So healthcare, it's of course one of the things that is can be very beneficial from LLM applications. Doctors can get really fast help from the diagnosis that they can see, and patients can get a really helpful like summary of diagnosis, or for example, just think of application that you can ask, hey, according to the last diagnosis that I got from my doctor, what I'm allowed to eat this week, or something like that. But build it yourself could make you in a need of permissions, because not everyone can see everyone's diagnosis. And probably when you'll want to build such an application, you'll want to have permissions. So we modeled in Permit a healthcare or medical healthcare application permissions model. This is, of course, a very simple one, not something a real healthcare application had much more than that. But we also utilize RBAC, relationship-based access control, for this permission model. So what you can see here, we have a medical center, which has visits. So you can see that medical center is a parent of visit. We have visits, which is a doctor visit, and we have a diagnosis. And we also have roles in the system. So we have a doctor, we have a patient, and a doctor can be belongs to a medical center. A doctor can be owner of a visit, and a doctor can be owner of a diagnosis. And of course, also the patient can be belongs to each one of these resources. We also utilize the role derivation. So assuming that you are assigning one doctor to one medical center, to a single entity of medical center, they will also derive the permission for the visit and then derive for the diagnosis under the visit. In other words, the doctor will be able to see diagnoses that happened in the medical centers that they are belongs to, and patient can see only diagnoses of their visits. Let's take a look on the directory. We have here Dr. Bartosz. Dr. Bartosz is a doctor in the medical center of Warsaw. We have here Gabriel. Gabriel was twice in the doctor. So first one he was in an evening visit. The evening visit was in Warsaw, but the morning visit was in Tel Aviv, as you can see here. Soon we'll see that. And we have also Olga. Olga was one time in the doctor. And we have instances in our permission system. So we have two medical centers, Warsaw and Tel Aviv. We have three diagnoses, one in diabetes, the second is headache, and the third is virus. And we have also three visits, afternoon, morning, and evening. And of course, everything is related to each other. So we can derive permission. The evening visit as the diagnosis of headache. The medical center Warsaw is the parent of the evening visit. Let's take a look for a second on the graph representation of this table. I know it's a little complex, but I think it's important to understand. So we have here the medical centers, and here we have the diagnosis. One diagnosis headache, one diagnosis diabetes, and one diagnosis is virus. As you can see here, Gabriel is allowed to see only the diabetes and the headache because they get a derivation to them from the morning visit and from the evening visit. The morning visit, as you can see here, was in Tel Aviv, and the evening visit was in Warsaw. Dr. Bartosz cannot see the diabetes of Gabriel. Why? Because they can see only the headache. The headache is belong to Warsaw, but Dr. Bartosz is not belongs to Tel Aviv, and they actually can see that in they can see only the headache and not the diabetes. So with that permission model, we want to have LLM application where if Gabriel asking about diabetes, they can get an answer. But if Dr. Bartosz asks about diabetes, they can't get an answer because they not belong to the Tel Aviv medical office. Now think about an LLM application, and let's talk about the concept of RAG, Retrieval Augmented Gateway. Retrieval Augmented Gateway. Yeah. So
Generation.
generation. I always forget that I'm so application developer that all I have in mind is gateways. But yeah, retrieval augmented generation. So here is the LangFlow screen. And the LangFlow screen in our integration has two parts, two flows. The first one is the ingestion flow. We have here AstraDB. AstraDB is a database that is based on Cassandra that is stored by DataStax. And this AstraDB has all our diagnoses. And in the ingestion, we are giving the metadata of the graph entities that we have. So, for example, we can see here the three diagnoses: the diabetes, the headache, and the virus. So we are ingesting it all to the vector DB. And we also have the metadata of the IDs. So we can compare the pyramid graph with the vectors on the Astra DB. And we have also Mistral embedding on this one, so we can use these vectors as embedding for our LLM application. Using this flow is happened with the application. We'll probably use one of our APIs to make sure that the vector DB is synced with the permit graph. Because we are using relationship-based access control, this is required to sync it and do the ingestion. If you'll choose to use attribute-based access control, you probably don't need that. You just put the context in the request itself. But here we choose to use the relationship-based access control. So this is the first flow. But now let's get into the most exciting flow. So we have the main flow of our LLM application, but let's first see how our application works. So we have here the chat, and we can ask, have diabetes in my diagnosis, and let's check if this user can have diabetes in their diagnosis. AI account has some rate limiting, but as you can see here, information provided, there is no mention of diabetes diagnosis listed. That is included, but what if we want to create we create it dynamically, create it from, and I'll copy that from here to here, and I'll give the line this way. So in this way, we can see how our filter data component, and soon we'll get to explain what this filter data component do, is getting the user as a attributes to it. So here, Bartosz, as you saw, Bartosz is not eligible to see the diagnosis of diabetes because they not belong to the Tel Aviv medical center. But let's change it. Let's run this question, the same question, but with the user of Gabriel. Let's ask if Gabriel has diabetes, and let's wait for the answer and for Mistral AI to do their magic with the vector. By the way, if you see here, you can see that the diagnosis of the Dr. Bartosz was the flu virus and high fever. So you can see they were be able to get the answer about the old diagnosis, but they been not able to get the answer about the diabetes. Again, because they're not belong to the Tel Aviv Medical Center where the diabetes diagnosis happened. It actually takes time, so let's close the window and wait for the answer while I'm explaining what we are doing here. So as you can see, this flow is a flow of a chat application. We have the chat input at this diagnosis. We have the embeddings of our LLM model, and we have the Astra DB here. The Astra DB, every time that we input, it do the retrieval augmented generation and check what is the data that I'm supposed to give my answers based on. And then the LM app is searching on the Astra DB. And by searching the Astra DB, the result is right. So we can see here the result is the head virus. We have this new filter component by permit. This filter component is eligible to to filter the component in permit. I probably have some network issues here. Let me check what happened. Okay, so I solved these network issues. Let's run again, but now I'll close it. And let's get back. So the filter data, what it does actually is to check if the user is to check what is the actual IDs that the user is allowed. Today we have a lot of errors, so now I got the rate limiting error from Mistral, but the next time I hope I'll pass the rate limiting. Let's go to the component. So the component code is open for everyone. It's part of the permit.io Git repository, Git organization, called permit length flow, and you can use that. Let's take a look at the code. So we have here the permit filter. The permit filter is actually a custom component class of a length flow. The custom component is allowing you to write your own component. So you can see here we have the filter component. We have the input, of course, the user, because we want to filter based on one user. We have the action. We have the PDP URL where we're going to get the result. We have the token of permit. The resource name that we want to filter, probably that could be one or many. Here is only one, and the default value is diagnosis, but of course, we will do it more generic, so you can use it for your applications. And then the application is filtering resources. You can see here that we do a bulk check and filter what resources are. This one very easy to run because what you can do here, you can filter as many as you want, actually, if you have the IDs before the Astra, you can also put it before the Astra and not fetch all your data. In the real world, you probably before the Astra DB component and have it. So this is the component. I'll try again to get the result for Gabriel, but I can't get it from some reason. I'll do it again. This is of course a playground, so Mistral could have some delays and rate limiting. But with that, while we are waiting for result, I'll be happy to hear from Gabriel. What are you thinking about it? What do you think about the opportunity that is open for us?
Yeah, I think this is one of the key parts where LangFlow, like where we need more like work on in LangFlow, right? LangFlow has gives you a lot of opportunities to quickly create applications. But as we all know, when you're building applications for production deployment, you got to be careful and make sure your data is not leaking or you're not just putting uh, classified or just personal information that could be private to someone and passing it on to not desired places, right? Or people. So having that as a component where you can just quickly filter data or decide where you're getting data from in a like just in LangFlow, right? You don't have to code anything. You don't have to decide all the steps and make sure everything is working. This just works out of the box. Certainly, it's going to be very useful. There are people in the community and clients of data stacks that have asked before about role-based access control and relationship-based access control. So it's a very good addition to LangFlow as a whole. And I think one other cool concept we can add to this is just thinking of in the matter of like filtering data by categories, where sometimes you just want to really just define the rules to filter data, right? This is a very good like approach as well, since permit IO allows you to categorize data using those roles. It becomes a lot easier to add metadata and have a very strong structure around it, right? So I think it's going to be just the start of a very good uh, collection of components we'll add to LangFlow.
Yeah, thank you for that, and sorry for again the technical issues that I just had. We've been really happy to build it around Webflow. I must say that the experience that we have, um, we've been really good with what LangFlow gives us. Let's get back now to the screen we share. Now we got the response from Astra. As you can see here, the basic prompt is a doctor prompt. Of course, we can also navigate the prompt from the base prompt from other kind of so you see here, like the context is you are a doctor assistant. But we can also here use permit or our authentication provider to navigate it to a different kind of prompt. And that's a great vision of how we can take the component and based on permission, do the right thing and create enterprise-grade LLM application. We are now working with the LangFlow team to edit to be part of the LangFlow ecosystem. LangFlow is also before some huge announcements, so we're still considering the right way to incorporate that. But we are super waiting for this to happen. And I really want to thank Gabriel for joining us today. And was part of this exciting launch. I think LLMs is something that everyone is looking around and everyone is trying to see how they can actually build something better for that. And I'm excited for Lengthflow, and thank you for that.
Yeah, I'm really excited as well. I've been um like watching Permit IO for a while now, so it's really good to finally integrate and be part and make Permit IO be part of Langflow in a like really useful way.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Before we are continuing to our next announcement, I want to do the raffle of today. As I said, the raffle to join the raffle, you actually need to register on Luma, the platform where we register to events. So no matter where you are watching us, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, I know the LinkedIn has some trouble, but I think now it's streaming. So no matter where you are watching us, just make sure that you are registering. We'll give you another minute, and I'll give a brief on the next announcement where you can scan the code and register for the event to be part of the raffle. So the next announcement of today, as you probably know, users has needs and users has types, and some users are part of your consumers, some users are part of your business event, your business customers, and consumers usually has their own roles or their own account, and business users has usually more like organizations and groups. Yesterday we showed the groups API, and we saw that many permit user who is trying to integrate permit into their application, they think that it will be better to streamline permission between business users and consumer users. The next launch, we are going to announce a new integration with authentication provider that I'm following for some time. And I must say, this authentication provider is one of the most promising I've seen for the last couple of years. And with this surprise, let's go to the raffle. So I'm going here to the Luma calendar. This is the calendar, this is the event page of today. And I will click here on manage to get the list of the registration. I hope today the raffle will take less than what it took yesterday. Yesterday we have to do a lot of names until we got the winner. So I'm here today copying again the list of the emails. Let me copy that and paste it in this Raffle Online app. Here it is. This is the list from yesterday, but I'm pasting the new one and I'm clicking to spin. Let's see who will win the raffle today. And as a reminder, when you are winning the raffle, please throw a message in the chat, no matter where you are. If you're watching us on YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, chat will give you 20 seconds to drop just a short comment or message, but you can see that. So the first winner for today, sorry, I need to replace the screen sharing to the wheel of names. So the first winner of today is Sritama 1306. If you are here, if you are watching us, no matter where you're watching, just drop a comment on YouTube, LinkedIn. Just drop the comment. I'll count to 10, and then we can continue to the next winner if you're not here. But again, I really hope that you're actually here. Seems like Sri is not here with us today, unfortunately. Next time you should join. So I'm spinning again the wheel. Let's spin it again, and I really hope we'll get someone who is here today and will not have to get all our. Okay, so the next one is Katagiri Yaoi. Katagiri Yaoi, if you're watching us, again, no matter where you're watching us, we see all the comments from LinkedIn, from YouTube, from whatever you're watching. So make sure that you're commenting, and then we can see that you're here. It seems like Katagiri is not here too. We are going to raffle another name. Sal Shannon. If you're here, Sal Shannon, if you're watching us, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, just drop a message. Again, we'll count 20 seconds and then we'll continue to the new name. Seems like you're not here too, so we'll continue for the next name. Oh, I wish we can make it easier. Many people are joining, but then they're watching it after. Actually, today we had to do it an hour before the usual one. The next one is Damit Kumar. I'm counting again 20 seconds. I think I'll shorten it to 10 seconds because if you're winning, you probably have enough time to drop a message. So, one, two, three, next name. I hope I don't have to spin the wheel for 50 times today. Ideba Giati, are you here? Seems like not. Let's do another one. Sometimes this emails looks like sometimes I can't pronounce this email because they connect the names and I'm not that familiar with the particular names. But that's been a long time. We need to think on a different way to do that. Maybe the Loom idea is not the best one, but we unfortunately can't get for the from the because of the privacy limitations on YouTube. We can't get the names from YouTube. So who is the next winner? Alexander Kolien. Alexander Kolien, if you are here, please raise your hand, drop a comment, no matter where you are watching us, so we can know that you're here. Probably not. Another round. Maybe we have problem with YouTube. If anyone watching us on YouTube or somewhere, they can comment and see. I'm Leo at Money Lion. I'm Leo at Money Lion. I know this one is a very enthusiastic permit user, so I really hope he will be here to get his keyboard, but seems like you're not here. I see that at least more people watching us on YouTube. I mean, you're coming to see features, but then you see raffles. King Shook Detective. King Shook Detective, if you're here, please drop a message. Oh my god. Oh, Arindam Junder. This name was also yesterday in the raffle. Yeah, let's hope we get the winner soon. Dia and Danny, it seems like you really want to do the next one. I think what we'll do, if Arindam is not here, let's go to the next announcement and then we'll just do the last one. Or maybe, let's do this way. I'll do now the last one, and if the guy is not here, we'll just reach out to them by email. But let's do two names. So I'll choose another two names and reach out to them by email. And if they both answer, then we can get them both. So I'm spinning this again because people really want to. So the first winner is Abihav Lele. We will reach out to them by email because it seems like, and let's do another one. Who that will be? Diego Soek, are you here? Diego Soek? Probably not, but we'll reach out to them by email and make sure that they are getting their kibble. Yeah, it will take time. You're right, Nagina. This is why we decided to only for today. I don't know how the luck haven't been with us, so only for today we'll raffle it for people who register. Um, so let's continue with the next. Oh, that's a good idea. Devious scene. Um, let's do it this way. While I'm doing the next announcement, please drop your email in the chat, and we'll do the email on the other on the list here. So we'll do another raffle after the next announcement on the list that we see in the comments. So if you want to be on the raffle, um, just put your. You can change your name. So if you want to be in the raffle, so just make sure that you're dropping your email here, and I'll do a small raffle for the people who are actually watching us today. The next announcement that we are going to show is about, I mentioned a very cool authentication provider that's called Stitch. Stitch is an authentication provider that its main thing is about having a authentication that is both for consumers and business users. And when we started to work with Stitch, we understand that this is a very good opportunity for us, for Permit, to get an authentication provider. Yeah, Daniel, I really appreciate the thing that you don't want to put your email. It is okay also to put just your name. Um, just choose a nickname and just put it in the public email. Uh, so if you're YouTube and watching us and want to be part of the raffle, just drop a line and I'll choose the name and I'll do the raffle between them. Okay, so the Stitch is authentication provider that is streamline business and B2C and B2B users, and we are happy to announce a new integration of Permit and Stitch. This integration is based on webhooks. So if we'll go to the Stitch website, you can see that in the B2B users, they have integration of webhooks, and this integration is about syncing automatically your users from Stitch to Permit. For now, it supports a configurable sync user API. How is that work? So we have this Node.js based project that you can just run it per configuration. You need to get some environment variable from Stitch and Permit, and then you should put also the secrets from your for your webhook. So when you are creating a webhook with Stitch, you'll have here the signing secret. So you need to configure also this signing secret. And then all what you have to do is actually run this code. Let me switch the screen to the code editor. So I'm going here to show you my code editor. So this is the code itself, and this is the code that's syncing user. Let's run this code. I'll do npm run start, and that is start the code to run, and I'll do also ngrok. ngrok is a product that opened my local running server, of course, to the cloud, but I also have another ngrok running for the PDP of the LLM application. So I'll kill this ngrok, and now let's get back here. We are running ngrok, so Stitch can give us their users. Let's see what happened now. So I'm going to update a user with Stitch. Let's get back here. Here's the terminal. So as you can see here, the server is one. Let's go back to Stitch and change a user. I'm going to the Stitch screen. Let's go to members. I already actually have here a member. Let's just change your name. So let's call it Thomas Maynor instead of Thomas Kerr. I'll click the save. And when I'll click the save, you'll be able to see here that we got the webhook call. And if we'll go to permit, let's go to permit and see the relevant user management screen. So this is actually in a different screen. So I'm going here to Stitch webhooks. Let me change the screen also to this one. And I'm sharing the screen of the members in Stitch. So as you can see here, we have Thomas Maynor, and let's take a look on the permit screen. If you'll go to user management, we'll be able to see that we also have a user who is Thomas Maynor. Now Thomas Maynor has also roles because Stitch has the concept of roles. So as you can see here, Thomas has Stitch member and Stitch admin. Now let's, for example, go back to the Stitch screen and try to remove Thomas from being an admin. So assuming I'll go here and edit Thomas, revoke their access as an admin, click save. And now when we'll go back to permit, we'll be able to see that Thomas is not an admin anymore. Let's take a look on so you can see here, Thomas is now only Stitch member. So we are super proud with this integration today. I'll say that we are working with Stitch with for more exciting and more exciting integrations that will give you the right way to create users and sync them between B2B users, B2C users, etc. So keep watching the Stitch announcement that we are going to give. And I'll say that we also have another one today to do, which is the GitHub action, but we are closing to the end of the live stream and due to the trouble we have in the beginning, the technical trouble, we'll not have time to it. So I'm inviting you to read it in the blog of the launch week of today. It will also have all the details about the launch week blog. Let me give you the link. So you can scan it, you can read the blog, and this blog will actually have all the details also about the GitHub integration, the new GitHub integration that Permit has. With that said, let's go to the raffle. So I'll copy everyone who is comment here. Let me check how can I copy that to the raffle online. Oh, well. Oh, I know what I'll do. Let me share the raffle screen. There's not that many, so I will make sure. Wheel of names. So you can see that now I opened it here. Let me put the name. Amit, Vignesh, Daniel, Rahuf, Divya, Nagina, Daniel, Nagina, Akash, and I think we have tech, we have. Okay, so this is all the guys who commented today on our YouTube. This is 10 people. Let's click the screen. You got a great chance to win today, so good for you for joining. Even we get a kind of a less comfortable time. I'm spinning the wheel. Yeah, so we have a winner. Our winner for today is Nagina. Nagina, are you still here? If you're still here, I'm not just now printing my email on the screen, and you'll have to send me email with your address, with your physical address, so we can get you the keyboard. Nagima, are you here? Oh, Lloyd. Seems like Nagima is not here, so maybe you will be the winner. Nagima, can you comment us if you are here? Nagina, I'll give it another 20 seconds because, oh, yeah, Nagina is here. Thank you, Nagina, for joining. And again, please send an email. And you know what? I think you deserve another keyboard because we had a really trouble with the technical trouble today. And if you join and stay that long, I think you really deserve for another one. So Lloyd, I'll add you here too. Let me share the screen. Wheel of names. So we have here again. Just don't forget to send me the email, Nagina. And I'm going to spin the wheel again. Let's see who will be the winner. We are having two keyboards today. Super exciting. So the second one is Otavio. Otavio, I know you've been in the beginning. Otavio, if you're here, please drop a message. If not, we'll do another raffle. I promised to raffle, so we'll have to raffle. Otavio, are you still here? If so, please drop a message in the comments. I'll put a timer of 10 seconds so we not waste that much for time from others. One, two. Okay, so seems like Otavio is already dropped. I'll do it again. Rahuf, we have Rahuf. Rahuf, are you still with us? Ralph, if you're still with us, please drop a message so we can know that you are one of the winners. Ralph? Uh, yeah, great, Ralph. So congratulations to the second winner of today. I know we got some situation with the raffle today. Let's wrap up quickly the announcement that we have. We are announced today the integration with Langflow that allow you create enterprise grade application very easily. We announced today our integration with Stitch that allows you to create streamlined B2B and B2C users very easily. And we also announcing the GitHub action. We haven't showed that here, but you can read that in the blog of the launch of today. Tomorrow, we are going to talk about another very important topic in authorization, which is performance. Authorization is something that you run just everywhere. Authorization decision get everywhere, and you really want to have great performance when you are actually running authorization decision. The announcement tomorrow going to include three features that will improve significantly the performance that you can expect from Permis. Permit today is already a zero latency system with a very fast authorization decision, but tomorrow we are going to have even better performance. So join us also tomorrow and make sure that if you register in Luma, you also join us here so we don't have to do that longer raffle tomorrow. Thank you.